Femi, good to see you. How are you today, my friend?
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. The audio
Oh my God, we're not having technical issues already. Femi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you.
Where are you at the minute, my friend?
I'm in Swansea Uni.
You're in Swansea. You got a lot of glittery lights on your wall. It makes you look like you're in it's obviously the star that you are.
I'm in my room, just chilling.
What are you doing at Swansea?
Uni.
So you're at the uni, what are you studying?
International relations.
International relations. You still playing football?
Yeah.
You better be. You better be. Yeah. So Femi, it's great to see you. And obviously, last time we had a bit of difficulty getting you pinned down. Obviously, you're such an popular man. Everybody wants your time. So Femi, tell me, you were at Buxford. How long were you at Buxford for?
For 2 years.
2 years.
September 2018.
Yeah.
June, March. Okay, to March 2020.
Yeah. Obviously, the pandemic obviously cut your year short a little bit, didn't it? If I remember correctly.
In the league as well.
So, you say you were there, and you played a lot. You were a captain as well for a while, and probably I often say this to some of the guys is that actually you were a natural born leader. People respected you, which was always a helpful thing when we select captains. So it's difficult because obviously because the end of your year was so cut short. It's sometimes like what stands out for you, but in your time at Buxford, what stood out for you? What was a highlight of your time?
I mean, there's so many like moments that were, like, for example, the first trip to Atalanta, that was a good experience for me. Like going to the professional facilities, like seeing everything, how it's done, and I think I really enjoyed that as well. And the trip to Spain as well, where we won like how many trophies, I can't remember.
That crazy tournament that was supposed to be in sunny Spain.
Yeah, that was so fun because we made the most out of like the team we had, because we didn't have like everybody, and we still like played very well and still got like results out of that. So,
my everlasting memory of that tournament is we were playing all day, every day. It was
like two matches a day. Yeah, that was
very tiring, but it was also so cold. I know for myself, I packed lots of stuff for a warm climate, and it was just by pure luck that I took a coat and that with me, and it was so cold and wet. It was like, this is not what I was expecting.
Not at all. Yeah.
But no, it was good. That was a good tournament, and as I say, we packed a lot into a short time. And I've got photos. I've got photos of people slumped over the tables on the presentation afternoon, fast asleep. No, that was a good one. And Atalanta. I mean, you obviously when you went, that was my second time at Atalanta because I'd taken the juniors the year before. And it was interesting because obviously where we took juniors last time, we obviously had a lot of stuff that was aimed at that age group. Whereas when you guys came over, it was nice for us to be able to see a different side to the way they would, the Atalanta worked with us, working with the older ones and getting the games in and, playing quite well. It was with we had Tommy and what have you there, didn't we?
Yeah, Tommy. I came. Tuta, Pan. Yeah, Elise. Okay, Elise didn't come on the trip, but yeah.
Yeah, it was a shame he didn't come on the trip. I think he would have got a lot out of that one, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
But I mean, were the trips a big part? I mean, obviously, you were there a couple of years, so you wouldn't have known the academy prior to myself and Magro and Rafa, etc. So I can't really. You can only go by what we've done. But were the trips an important part for you?
Yeah, they were. I think, they were like very important, like, because that experience alone, I don't think you get that like in most places. So yeah, I think, yeah.
I mean, obviously, we would have been looking at Estonia and Finland, if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
for your trip, and then this beautiful virus came and paid us all a visit, and that sort of completely kiboshed all that.
I was really looking forward to that.
It was a shame. It is a shame because, as I say, you know, we put a lot of work into the Estonia trip that we had planned last year, because obviously we were trying to give more of you opportunities to hopefully become pro players, or at least get into football in some format. So what is there a game? Is there a game that you played in? Is there a game that you played in that you would go, you know what, that was a defining moment in my time at Buxwood?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are a couple of like 3 games I could say that. Yeah, first the semifinal against, who was it?
Was that the one where we lost on penalties? It was against Bexhill College, yeah?
That one was a very big game as well. And the one I scored the winner in as well against what's the name of the, we won 3-2. Yeah, and yeah, that was a good game as well. And also can't remember. Okay, I'll just say those 2 games. Where
I think had the virus not come along, I mean, obviously you guys finished top of your league in your final year, and I think had the virus not come along, you probably would have come away with a bit of silverware as well. I think we were close to doing very well last year. This year, I think, obviously you're not here, but had this year gone ahead as normal, this year the legacy would have continued, because we got a lot of the guys that were there last year, you know, it was still here. So and it was a very strong team. So obviously we saw the guys September to December this year, and we managed to play a couple of games, a couple of friendlies for the seniors, and obviously the final for the 15s, 16s. Yeah. Did you watch the final?
Yeah, I did. Congratulations on national
Good
champion.
Man. Anybody there stand out for you?
Edmond.
Yeah.
Edmond played really well. Of course, JJ, captain, stood out as well. And yeah, I loved Rui's goal.
Yeah, but he was upset because he only got 7 minutes of time. Did you see it in his face?
Yeah,
I felt really bad, because it's really tough, because sometimes you sort of get so into the game as the manager or the coach, and you're so into the game, and then all of a sudden you realize there's only 7 minutes left. I've got to get this last person on. It was like, what do I do? And it was great, and I was so pleased that he managed to score with a flying header. And you know what, he could have scored earlier as well. As soon as he came on, he had to go in front of goal and almost did it, and it was quite impressive. But I do love Rui. Rui's a funny little guy, and a great little player. But yeah, it's one of those things, you know what it's like. We get so enthralled in the game, and that was the end of that. But yeah, that was obviously from the year before, and hopefully we would have done that again this year, to be fair. We're looking at other competitions. So in your time, which of the academy players, whether it be your age group or one of the other age groups, who stood out for you? Who's one that you looked at and you went, you are a really good player?
My first year when I came, the players in the older year, I think players that stood out for me, Pandeni, he was really good, and Elise as well, because he was so strong on the ball, like, so powerful. He was fast, yeah, he was so quick as well. So yeah. And my second year, I loved playing with Prince. Prince was such a good player on the ball, so technical. So it was a powerhouse. I just love playing with him. Yeah. We
Prince,
also,
Prince is good.
yeah,
He's still there. He's still knocking around, obviously, and dictating from the midfield.
I also love playing with of course I have to shout my boy Bello. Yeah, good player in centre back. So
Yeah. You centre back boys.
Yeah.
I think it was good also with you and Bello, because obviously Bello was captain of the team that got to the 16s finals, the ISFA finals, and I think having two natural born leaders side by side was a very effective pairing. Do you know what I mean? I think it helped control the back four, so to speak. But as we always say, I mean, yes, we have only one captain, but we need voices across the pitch to keep everybody going. I think that's very important. When you used to train, and you know what I'm going to ask you, so if you've watched any of the others, you know what's coming. Who was the most challenging or difficult or person you hated to play against?
Play against? Like during training, okay, I'll say it was Prince. It was always Prince. Prince always drove me to like play harder. He was just that player on the team that you just have to handle. Like you just have to handle. You can't let him go easy. Like yeah. So it was always Prince that was challenging. Was bringing it to me every time. So yeah.
Prince is funny because just when you think you've got him, he'll change and do something different just to really annoy you. I think had he been around in my days of playing, I would have kicked him a few times and probably got booked and sent off because there are sometimes you just cannot deal with him. And even when he looks like he stops the ball and you go towards him and then he'll just do something and he'll be off again and you'll be like, you never see him. And I know obviously like when we've played teams like Bexhill, who are generally a very physical team, he had to learn for Prince. He had to learn quickly how to deal with that physicality because that was the only way teams could deal with him.
Fouls, yeah.
Always. He was our Jack Grealish. Always getting all the fouls. So the coach. I mean, who you were there when Magro was there, or was it just Rafa?
No, from Giles.
Giles. Yeah. Okay. So Giles. So Coach Giles, who was head of football for a while, and then Rafa. Yeah. And then you would have been with Trevor last year.
Yeah, Trevor.
Yeah. What are those? So obviously they're all different people. What did each one of those heads bring to your game?
They all played like different roles in my time at Boxwood. I think Giles, I don't know. Giles was, I mean, he brought me up as a player, but I didn't really like the position he put me in, because at that time I was playing as a striker. Yeah, I was playing as a 9, but he also like made me like see other parts of like the pitch. Do you understand like what I mean? Like develop like it makes me like, I don't know how to say, like learn like other positions, different things. Yeah. So that was that. And Rafa, I really loved playing under Rafa. He put me, he was the one that made me start playing right back, which I never like really enjoyed, and he really like brought out like a different part of my game in that position as well. And yeah, playing under Trevor, so technical. I loved his coaching style. It was, yeah, I think he really like developed me as a player as well. So,
yeah, you've been quite lucky. I mean, for me, obviously, as a coach, it's been quite nice to work with such high level coaching heads. I've learned from each of them. I think it's important as much for me to learn, even though I'm obviously getting younger in years and looking better every day. It's important that I learn, and if I'm not learning, then there's no point in me doing the job. I've always and I've said this to many others, I've always enjoyed having players like you, Femi, and you're a natural, like I say, you're a natural born leader. You try to do everything right, but on the field, you're an absolute beast. And you know, if people don't see half the work that you used to do, because I know that you train with us, you do your own stuff, but you would also then get involved with other players and try to bring them along and support them. And I think that's a very important part of a person, let alone being the captain. So I always admired the way you did that in your time here.
Thank you.
And you know, it's one of those things that people neglect sometimes. Is that you know, the empathy and the way that you work with others, you know, to bring them through as much as bringing you through. I think some people forget that sometimes. You know, quite often people think that they're a natural born leader and what have you, but then they forget about the personal side of things and getting to know the people around them. I think that's very important. What made you decide to come to Buxwood? I mean, how did we get you in the first place?
Through of an ex-student, I think. So his dad gave me the brochure, I think. So yeah, and I was really interested in like playing football and coming over, trying to like chase my dreams and whatnot. So yeah, I think that as well as because you had the football program as well with like the academic program as well. That was like the perfect fit for my parents. So yeah, so that was just perfect for me to just come there and yeah.
Was it the football that brought you, or was it like you say a combination of the two?
Mainly the football, and like what I've seen like on the the website, like from ex players, like seeing that you've had players come through GoPro, and yeah, so like it really gave me that what do you call it, I don't know what to say.
It inspired you.
Yeah, it inspired me to like come and like yeah, it drove me like, okay, if these guys can do it, then yeah, I can as well. And like now, like you have players like Terema, so I'm really I look up to him. So he came through Boxwood, and yeah, so yeah, things like that.
He watched our final as well, which was quite nice. We got a nice picture that Mr. Sutton got off of him of watching the game, so that was quite nice. When you left, I know obviously because we've spoken a couple of times, and I thought you were playing for some semi-pro clubs. Was that right?
Okay.
You were
in London.
Yeah.
For some time, yeah. That was all right. I had trials as well this summer, like, but I didn't get scouted, unfortunately. So yeah, that was good. I played throughout from the beginning of lockdown. I was training with them. It really got me going, got my fitness back up. I was just playing constantly, and yeah, like I got a taste of men's football as well, which was I enjoyed it. It was very challenging. I hadn't like played with players like I played with so many good players. I learned a lot as well. So yeah, that was really good.
I'm assuming you're hoping to be playing, you know, when it all comes back around. Are you looking? I mean, are you just going to play for the university, or are you going to play for a local club, or?
I'm keeping my options open right now because I don't know. We'll just see when football comes back. Because I'm planning on trying out for the university team as well, for like going for like train for a bit with like a local team as well. Yeah,
grassroots football is supposed to be coming back at the end of the month, isn't it? 29th. So clubs should be able to start playing. So I suspect that a lot of them are arranging. Well, I know they are. I know a lot of them down here are arranging their pre-season and what have you, so to speak, and getting some games in before they start their competitions. I mean, we we've arranged a few competitions for our guys. The AOC, who deal with the universities leagues and stuff like that, they're going to put in some form of summer league. So it'll be more regional like summer leagues, but I don't know the exact makeup. That's up to them. But we've entered into that, so the senior teams will be playing in that, and then as I say, my age groups will be playing. We've got Stamford Bridge, and then although yeah, I can say that because I know this video won't go out before I put the announcement out. That will happen. They'll go and play there, but we're also working on a regional like World Cup type thing for the boys. So they'll get something against, you know, like Beeds and Claremont and all those sort of locals. So we'll play them. And then the 14s, as I announced yesterday, I think it was, they're playing at Crystal Palace in May. So we're trying to get more in, and next year we're going to get even more. But I know that's like me rubbing salt into your wounds, knowing that you're not going to be doing it. But
it's okay.
It is the way it is. It is the way it is. So if your time, what was the best thing about being at the school, about being at the academy? What made it so good for you?
I don't really know. I don't know.
I mean, I've talked, as you know, I've talked to a couple, and I'm hoping you've seen the other videos. When we spoke to Rafa, obviously one of the things he said, Rafa Beckenbauer, he said that it was the true feeling of family, because you were all in them and you knew each other, and even when the day had finished, you were still, you were so tight. And I think, you know, especially from the academy point of view, we've always tried to keep the family feel for the groups. We've always said, you know, the seniors set the examples for the juniors, etc. And you know, you have to act like big brothers and look after them. You know, things like that. How important was that to you?
Yeah, that was very important, because we're like the collectiveness in like the group, like, because you had the jokers like Farouk and whatnot, just making those and like making everybody laugh on the bus. Like, yeah, truly, like moments like that in changing room. Like, I remember, so like play music, some of the boys dancing, Prince, DT as well. That's like, I really had like those 4 moments like that. Really just, those are highlights for me. Yeah, those are highlights for me.
So if obviously, as you know, we're on all the social medias now. We do everything. I mean, we've got Facebook, we've got LinkedIn, we've got everything. We Twitter, YouTube, and I know this may sound a bit strange, but I do a lot of the social media. Being an old guy, I seem to be able to get grasp of it quicker. But if you think of me like a student, if I was a potential student, 2 questions I've asked everybody. One is, why should they come to England? That's the first one. And then the second one is, why should they specifically come to Buxwood?
Okay. So the reason, you should come to England. Okay, so you're a student, yeah. For football, football is technical, it's physical. I mean, it has like, this is like England play, like this is like quality football here, and why you should come to Buxwood? I mean, they make you feel at home. You meet different people. It's a diverse environment. You learn different things from, like, you make friends for life, like literally. So yeah, that's why.
Keen salesman, mate. Keen salesman. So is it any, I mean, like I say, we try to do an awful lot, and you know, as you know, we've tried to give everybody lots of opportunities. You know, I think we even tried to send you to a county trials once, if I'm remembering correctly. So you'd say that you enjoyed your time and it was worth coming.
Yeah, it was worth it. Yeah, and we had a great time. Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Femi?
Okay. I just want to thank you for this interview, for featuring me on your YouTube. I see all the work you Boxwood, the Football Academy staff are putting in, and yeah, I just wanted to say keep it up, and yeah, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that. It's really nice to talk to you, and hopefully we can catch up when the world is normal.
Yeah. Take care.